What's good, Max? How are you doing today? It's good seeing you, man. It's been a minute. How you doing? Turning 17 this month. Dude, congratulations! That's pretty cool. Nice. Happy 17th, man. Honestly, that's awesome. That's really cool. Hopefully high school's been treating you pretty well for the most part. It can be a different experience for sure, but hopefully everything's kind of just honestly moving in a good direction for you, man. That's cool. That's cool as hell. I think we're about good to go right now. Alrighty. Time for that weekly randomizer, folks. High school has been pretty alright. Not super motivated to do. Okay. Yeah, that's fair. I can get the pressure behind it. Honestly, dude, like, it really doesn't feel like it, but like, here's the thing, different for everybody else, different strokes, but like, for me personally, like, doing the schoolwork was never fun, but it did help me a lot more in the classroom, I guess. Not to push you one way or the other, but just talking from Hey, nice. So finding yourself a little bit more interested in the media arts, that's pretty cool overall. In this case, honestly, sounds about right. Sounds on pace for what ultimately like boiled down for me. I had to force myself a little bit more. Hang on. Yeah, I was gonna say OBS is pissing its pants right now. Hang on. Thanks, OBS. Thanks. God, every fucking time. Well, it's not, you know what, to be fair, it's not every time anymore that OBS pisses its pants. It just, like, I think whenever I take a break off, like, I have to, like, just reset the router, I guess, at this rate. Because, like, it usually happens whenever I fucking don't reset the router. So. Yeah, super fun to make an animation. No, that's awesome, man. That's awesome. Honestly, as far as it stands, like, it really just boils down to, when it comes to stuff like that, you just start doing it on your own accord, and really it just kind of starts snowballing, frankly. That's how, like, as far as I can tell you, I think, like, as big animators go, like, I believe that's, like, how most of them became who they were. So... Alright, so we got Ice Ryan's Vike Spear. Vike Spear, interesting choice. Ice Ryan, not a bad choice, actually, grand scheme of things. Double Celebrants is a fat mediocre out of 10. fat mediocre out of 10. Hook claws. Hook claws might be the way. Hook claws might actually legitimately be the way. We might do this one. We can use them off rip. We don't have to worry about stats. They have bleed. They're highly versatile. And as far as damage goes, they just kind of kick ass. You know what? Honestly, yeah. Yeah, clear cut. Ritual sword. And tell you what. Max, since it's your birthday in like the next week and a half here, we're going to go ahead and do the Mythic Max. Here's praying for a PB. And why don't we do... Yeah, let's do our Chester Cheese outfit. Okay, alright, cool, cool, cool. Mr. Chester Cheese himself. Even perfect with the Godfrey wig. I gotta say, I find it highly funny for all it's worth. The Godfrey wig, specifically the fact that there's like, they could have just done the crown. No, they decided to make it a very pointed statement to say, nah, Horalu's actually bald as shit. That or we scalped him. One or the other. Either way, one's funny, the other is problematic. Uh-oh. Oh, wow, that's interesting. Huh, that's really interesting, Max. That is definitely, that's a unique situation. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's do this. Let's hope for the best. Let's hope for the best. The best possible run would be one where we don't have to worry about any other weapons other than the claws that we have right now. Okay, there we go. And away we go. Oh, wow. Wow, that's crazy, Max. That much, like, shared birthdayism is kind of nutty. Grafted Hunter. Not today. Okay. Alright, there we go. Hopefully we get, like, really tiers and upgrade materials. Those are the two primaries that we want the most of. Everything else is kind of secondary. Spirit Glaive, okay. I don't believe that weapon has anything we want. No, not even close. That is definitely not a weapon we actually want. Okay. Alright, big, ugly, stupid dragon. Cool, awesome. Okay. You know what? Not this run, but maybe going forward, I think. I love that for me. Thank you.
And I can also let you not then wine. I am Carlin.
Okay, that's really good. Sentry's Torch might be useful. And, okay. Alright, so some useful things off of Kale. Mostly in this case, like baseline upgrade stuff. Okay, cool. We do need upgrade material still, like by a large portion. That or a somber weapon and somber upgrades. You gotta appreciate that about the new pets. You know, you really do. They do really dumb stuff like that all the time. We got one for our household right now named Duncan, and he does pretty much close to the exact same thing. And it's just kind of frustrating getting him out of the dishwasher, but he does that pretty frequently. I thought I had fucking activated the grace. That is my bad. GG's. I looked away for like literally 2 seconds on that one.
I can play turning to aid you. You need to the foot. Then it summoned me. I bequeath.
I do bequeathin'.
Treat him with.
There we go. Back to LA. And we're on our way.
This way, tarnished. May I have a word?
Not today, Ronnie. Not today. Alright, single freezing grease, a little rough, but it is freezing grease. And freezing grease on top of the claws? Yeah, we'll take it. We'll take it. If we could get, like, you know, 10 more of these, we'd be really cooking for the rest of the run, but we'll take what we can get. Alright, worry about that item later. I'm actually, for what it's worth, glad to see less money until we get to the next area. Have I seen that one Elden Ring video that's a parody of Welcome to the Internet? You know, I can't say I have. I'm familiar with Welcome to the Internet from Bo Burnham, but I'm not familiar with the parody video in this case. So, no. I guess I'll have to look that up a little bit later on. If it's a good time, and honestly, like, the Bo Burnham song is a really good time, so. But, no, I can't say I'm familiar with that exact edit. Okay, +5 already. Love to see it. If I could just get the 1 through 4 aspect, we would be cooking incredibly hard. Which, no. No, we don't have that. Welcome to the Souls games. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Alright, something's dying over there. And I like to see that because that would be money for me. Perfume bottle. Ooh, that is a wizard. Please don't, like, gun me in the butthole. I literally asked you to not do that. Which, to be fair, I guess I do deserve... See, this wouldn't be as, like, gremlin-y right now if I hadn't been gunned down by the wizard. But that's exactly what happened, so, yeah. Okay, whatever died over there that had, like, a shit ton of health wasn't worth jack goddamn dick. Which, yeah, fair enough, fair enough. Would have been nice. Alright, golden seed. Cool. So we have at least one golden seed, one tier. Definitely need at least 2 to 3 tiers at most for, like, comfortable healing. But if we don't get that, that's... I might die here still. I'm really hoping I don't, but... Alright, please be upgrade materials. That was not a single ounce worth of upgrade materials. Okay, cool. Alright. Ooh, whatever dies here is worth a lot of money, though. Okay, whatever drops off the ledge here dies for fucking almost 4K. Oh, baby. Oh, mama. That's pretty good. We love to see that. That is a chance of popping like an extra 2 times while we're here.
To determine if you had, it seems torrent, whereas I'm in.
There's the one.
Gathering. Very let my hand.
We might get one more when we come back here. That's really good. Keep in mind, with how tight our money is this early, if we're able to get like an extra 12k off rip like this, that is gold right now. I think with how much I have on me right now, I am gonna real quickly run to merchant and see if I can pop what I can out of this 8k. Oh, wait, great stars. Holy shit. Yeah, okay, never mind. Great stars. We might be great starring this time. Wait, was that Kale, or was that, Rakshasa's pants? It was Rakshasa's pants. Okay. Alright, buy that. And Frozen Needle, I don't see that happening, but we'll buy it anyways. We have really cheap buying stuff right now. Okay, there we go. Alright, and hopefully we get an extra 4k from coming here. And if we're lucky, we can actually pop it twice more. So we might be able to get an extra 8k out of this. Oh, that's just a bat. That's cute. Okay, was not expecting the menus to be so gremlin-y there, but they were pretty gremlin-y. I got a little more stuck in the menus than I was expecting. Okay. Alright, we lived. That's the important part. And we got our 4K from it. Okay, cool. And I am going to warp back to the Grace one more time here and see if we can squeeze out an extra 4K. After we're done with this. Not sure why I got a baby jump there, but sure. Whatever, game. Alright. Back to here. Like I said, if I can get that extra money, then we're cooking. And I might actually go extend it out a little bit. One of those guys, one of those guys. Okay, whatever it was supposed to be... Let me try save quitting. Great Star's your favorite weapon? It is also, just so happens to be, probably one of the best weapons in the game. It really genuinely is one of the best weapons of the game. It does so much work. It is beyond good. Okay, I'm not seeing it pop. I'm gonna sit down at the Grace real quickly, and if it doesn't pop by the time I sit down at the Grace, then okay, fine. God, I would love that extra money, though, right now. There it is. Okay, we might actually get it to pop one more time. Alright, do that. And dump Vigor. Okay. Yeah, it did pop again. It did pop again. Okay, cool. I'm going to sit down one more time here and see if I can get it while I'm warping away. Yeah, baby. Okay. Usually infuse one with Frost, the other with Bleed. That's a good combination. Honestly, I can totally get that. It is a winning combo. The other thing I usually prefer to do myself in this case, and it's not that it's better, it's more like it just like it's my personal like enjoyment, is I usually like to do more so one with Rot or Poison in mind. I like the Rot and Poison infusion just because like there's a particular feeling that you get from that I think I appreciate a lot. So I'm really glad we got that extra money from that actually, because like money can be unfortunately so tight in this. It really genuinely can. Drawstring Magic Grease. Okay, cool. Did we did end up getting 2 2s. We need a lot more than just 2 2s, but hey. Oh, Cragblade. Oh yeah, no, Cragblade combos are disgusting. It's kind of like I love and I don't hate Cragblade, but like I love and I don't exactly like Cragblade at the same time. It can feel like a bit much. Alright, there's one more 2. We can get our 1s, we will be cooking. Bloodflame Talons. Okay, that's not what we're looking for. Fair enough. Just got here. Any great runes so far? Not yet. Not yet, Simone. We are just starting the run off for the most part. We are working on setup right now. Also, welcome to the chat. Hope you're doing well today. Ooh, oh, never mind. That's actually nowhere near as useful as I would have guessed. That is the helmet that gives you bonus on, specifically, I think in this case, it's the Fire Knight Ash of Wars. Please be a... Okay, never mind. Not useful. Okay. Alright, we need 2 more 1s, and then we're cooking. This might be a little bit much, but I'm gonna get this Grace here this time. Just because, while we might lose some time on this split in particular, we're kind of in a place right now where we need more materials for setup. And to not have them would be a bigger time waste overall. So, yeah. Golden Seed. Two lover tiers in one graveyard. Yeah, it do be the randomizer. It do be the randomizer effect sometimes. Sometimes you get like insanely good graveyards with like literally every stone you possibly would ever need, and sometimes you just get the worst. And, I mean, like, here's the thing. I think we have a lot going for this run already, but we don't have the stones to back it right now, which that's the hard part. Alright, I don't normally go for the merchant here, but we're gonna go for the merchant here. I used to go for this merchant, but, that was when I realized this merchant was slow as shit. And as far as it stands, we don't have enough stones to really back our progress right now. We currently have... Yeah, nowhere near enough.
Welcome. Well, you please. I
I'm hung. Those are 2s. Okay, that's useless. And I mean, the poison grease is entertaining, but it's not enough. Alright. Okay. Yeah, that was a waste of time. Fair enough. Alright. Here's hoping for first graveyard to be good. If first graveyard has the +1s we need, and maybe like some 3s, then we're cooking. We're fine. Velvet Sword of St. Trina. Yeah. That's not good enough. Although I will say, again, I do look forward to actually making Great Stars happen. We might early game go hook claws just because. Grab the item. Thank you. We might do hook claws early though, because hook claws are kind of absurdly good. Most of the fist weapons are absurdly good. The one hook weapon that is pretty bad is one hook weapon. The one melee weapon, fisticuff weapon, that's pretty bad is just like base Cestus. And it's not even that it's bad, it's just it's got no status condition. Which, for that reason alone, that makes it pretty bad. Ironically, it's kind of like a meleeism almost, where it's like, if it got no sauce, then it ain't sauce. Alright, that was useless. Beautiful. Ooh, Somber 2? Okay. Damn, I should have come here earlier. Ooh, Smithy 3. Give me item. No. Thank you. Alright, I should be good about right here. I want to say I will be. Alright, so, a little bit of magic to the randomizer here. We're going to head to Round Table and show off some of that magic. Alright, so we got a 1 and a 2, which is great. That's immediately all we really needed in the first place. Go ahead and remove the hook claws for right now. We got our Somber 1 and 2. Now, we're going to make no sense for 2 seconds here, and wait. You know, it doesn't matter. Let's just go ahead and upgrade that one, and do that. Alright, we're going to go ahead and drop off this. Drop off this. And they're +5, baby! And that is due to the fact that when it comes to the randomizer, you know, actually I should have just done just the hook claws for right now, because doing both of them makes no sense. Because we're basically going to have to level them both up anyways at that point. It doesn't matter. Anyways. Is that my 1 Ash of War? I guess it is my 1 Ash of War. Okay. Anyways. So one of the things that we have out of the randomizer here is a way of essentially making it so any of our weapons that we pick up going forward are auto-upgraded to the limits of whatever our current best is. Which also means, basically in this case, like whenever we're doing upgrades, if we want to like level up as much as humanly possible, we can do that. We can pretty much grind whatever weapon we want to a very high limit, and it is just entirely possible. Also, this was a very poor leveling up segment, but I was explaining too much. Stormwell Shack, back to back. What build am I hoping to run? Ideally, something with strike damage that also does bleed and potentially a third auxiliary effect. That would be the best possible. This weapon right here, ironically, is exactly that weapon, but it's just a matter of getting that secondary effect. That being said, hook claws, really good. Comically, what I would say the most here is it's less about getting a best build and more about getting the best bosses. getting the best bosses would be the best choice. Because if we run into, like, you know, 5 or 8 different, like, shitty-ass bosses that are completely cookable, like this one right here. Now, granted, I'm not doing a great job of showing that off. But either way, point shows. Like, that's a really easy boss. That boss only took us like a handful of seconds. No matter how strong our build could possibly be, a boss that is insanely easy to beat, that is the best possible solution. If the bosses were set, I think in this case what we would want for sure would be that strike proc build. But that's not the case. If we could run into bosses like what we just ran into like 18 times over, then that would be the best run, though. No matter how much we have going on for us. Okay, there we go. Hook claws can be OP depending on what talisman. I mean, like, even with talismans in mind, hook claws are really good. Hook claws are just really, really strong. Unironically, like, an amazing weapon. It's like I said, like, the fisticuff weapons, they all have an insanely good moveset. We're gonna save quit this one, because I think the worm does warp. And even if it doesn't warp, we might get fucked up massively there, just for standing there, so. Alright, another 3, beautiful. Go for the legendary. Up the fence. Alright, we need one more 3 if we are looking to get all of our 3s knocked out of the way. Otherwise, we just basically need to wait for a 3 and a 4 somber. Alright, we are going to get the grace here. I trust myself well enough, but I'd really prefer to have this. Onyx Lord the Grafted. Okay, we're fine. Big meaty punch. Beautiful. Okay. He did a little bit more work than he should have ever done there. Not sure why I'm getting the accidental prompt over one menu there, but kind of annoying. TBNH. I'm not doing that on purpose. It just seems to be accidentally prompting over one menu more than it should be. Which is kind of annoying for a save quit. Hopefully that's not a thing that's just going to be happening tonight, but we will see. Okay, nothing here of use. Cool. You're on New Game plus 3 and still using Bloodhound's hook claws, and the bleed with it is crazy. No, honestly, exactly. Like, that's... And the thing is like... While that might be the absolute meta, the hook claws I'm using right now are also equally disgusting. The spiked cestus are also incredibly disgusting. Like, they're really good. They are insanely good weapons. Regardless of how you want to treat them. Like, you could treat them like, hey, I'm gonna do, like, max proc bleed build. Cool, bet. Go for it. Doesn't matter. It's still gonna be good. You want to use it like a hardcore melee, like, fizz weapon? Good news. The builds exist for that in this game. Like, I know every game kind of has, like, its exact, like, best possible pick. And I think in this case, the fisticuffs really went hard on this game. Like, they really... Give me the item. Thank you. Right, cool. That actually was worth it. That was a +4. But yeah, no, they really do go hard in this game.
No matter why, don't.
Alright, that's 2 more 4s. Beautiful. Take those. Everything else here is mediocre as hell. Cool. Bet. Okay, we're up to a +12. That's awesome. We love to see it. I have no idea what just cut my horse's ankle, but it sure did. Okay. Alright, please be a 5. So now at this point, we pretty much just need to hope for 5s. Really, is like the big get. Even if we don't get 5s, like, if we can get, like, if we can get greases would also be really good. Savage Lion's Claw. That's the worst version of Lion's Claw, TBH. That would, ironically, or unironically, Lion's Claw would be really good for Great Stars, but it's not the right version. It's not the right one. Yeah, I was a little worried we were gonna die there, actually. I thought the landing was wrong. Club. Didn't need it, but hey, it sure is. Okay, that was mostly garbage, admittedly. Not a great graveyard to loot. And honestly, probably a bit of a waste of time, but you know, sometimes it do be that way. Rakshasa's Pants will give us a little bit more damage overall. We don't need any Stone Sword keys, but cool. And as far as it stands, we don't really need to worry about going out of our way to go do any more leveling up. Lion's Claw, good version, is incredible with a greatsword. Oh yeah, no, honestly, Lion's Claw, good version, is incredible on any weapon that is... Honestly, like a bleed proc weapon is like the best possible option for Lion's Claw. Like, base Lion's Claw is amazing. Base Lion's Claw is amazing. The DLC version of Lion's Claw was a choice that they made, and I don't think they need to make it. So, Alright. Normally, this might be a point where I wait.
Those other chat find them well.
But I think we're just going to do plus 12. Yeah, we're going to do plus 12, and I think that's probably the best option for it. And do I have anything to sell that I can sell? No. Okay. We're going to go back to Church of Plague, and we're going to run plus 12 against whatever our Radon replacement is, and hope for the best. Alright, pump health. Oh, thank you, OBS. You know, honestly, I was just thinking to myself, it wouldn't have been really a funny enough night if OBS wasn't shitting. Damn it, that fucked me up, like, so badly. Thanks, OBS. I hate saying it, but I just need to remember the fact that, like, I can't reasonably stream a night without expecting OBS to shit its pants in, like, drastic fashion. Because, like, if I get it, if I don't have OBS shitting its pants, I just get away with it. Like, I do the thing and I do it well. But anymore, it feels like I have to reliably take into account that OBS probably will shit its pants tonight. And, well, not to dwell on it too much, but it does get a little frustrating. Alright. Dragonkin, that's fine. That's not that big of an issue. Blade of Mercy. Blade of Mercy's good, actually. Blade of Mercy actually can be a talisman we use right now. I would have expected that to hit him in the face, but sure. Sure. Whatever you say, game. Bleed proc. We don't have any... No, we don't. Damn, that was good! That was a good get right there. Golden Halberd from Tree Sentinel is almost better than the... I think that's mostly agreeable, yeah. Golden Halberd's pretty good. Unironically, Golden Halberd's, like, just a... And I think it mostly attributes to the fact that Golden Halberd is a weapon with a, like, really fucking good Ash of War. But also because, like, it's a good weapon for damage. You know, a little bit of that, a little bit of this. Actually, fuck the dex for the most part. We're gonna do that. And we will be going back to South Raya. Okay. That was good, though. That was, like, absurdly good. Alright, +4. We didn't need it, but cool. Golden Halberds, it's, I think in terms of the speedrun for the game right now, I believe the speedrun even still does get it. I believe it does. I think right now it's supposedly, like, the speedrun for the game has been a mix of two things, and that's been the Golden Oh, hey, it's Moog. It's been the Golden Halberd and also... Ooh, wait, I'm scared suddenly because if he launches a spear into my butthole. Forgot to ask, how's my day been going? Oh, I appreciate that, Simone, and I'm having a good day. Overall, having a pretty good day. Banished Knight's Halberd. Ironically, the weapon that I could have gotten at a +8 had I come here earlier. Actually, you know, honestly, that would have been an insane get. Because then essentially it would have just started at +8 and, well, at that point then it's basically, like, way easier to get weapons leveled up, like, insanely fast. Hope you've been having a good day overall, too. I've been, enjoying the day, I guess, in this case. It's been mostly with some family. Family and very, very close, like, family friends in this case, but, got back home afterwards and was like, you know, I still want to do the stream today. So, also, I'm terribly sorry to say, but, like, the stream, unfortunately, shitty gets pants twice in a row. Whenever it shits its pants, it's programmed to, delay the stream by, like, an extra couple of seconds so it doesn't, like, kill the frame rate of the stream itself, just to keep things rolling. So the response here is 9 seconds in the past, in this case, at this point. Which is, it is frustrating, but hook claws are at +12. I guess in this case, I don't know at +12 if our weapon shows up +4 for Sombers, but we will find out. If it doesn't, that's okay, because good news. Well, actually, wait, that's a +3. Hopefully it shows up at a +4. Hopefully it shows up at a +4. Or we get a +4 and it covers that requirement and we're good to go. Either way, we pretty much just need that to work out. And ideally, we get what we need to get our weapon plussed to, I guess in this case, I think 22 is like our technical maximum, without like extra level up progression. Pretty much like a +9 somber weapon is a +22 smithy. Which, as far as it stands, smithy weapons are just generally better. Overall, they are just generally better when it comes to this stuff. We do want this. I cannot deny that I need that. Yeah, we absolutely need that. That is, like, getting every single one of those is highly, highly important, because the more our flask heals us for, the better off our overall progress will just be. Alright, come over here. Love that for me. Grab that item. Damn, you know what I suddenly had just come across my brain for 2 seconds here? I think I really want to replay, I don't remember the exact name of the game right now, but it was something I used to play on the PS2, PlayStation 2. And it was a Haunted Mansion video game, I think, in this case. It was so uniquely different from the actual, like, movie. I think I want to replay that sometime soon. There's quite a few games I want to replay, and quite a few games I want to replay specifically for the channel, actually. That would definitely be one of them, though. That would definitely be one of them. I don't actually ever remember beating it properly as a kid. I think, funny enough, like, even though it probably wasn't, like, an actually, like, scary game, but I think I got scared of it as a kid. And so I think I just kind of said, nah, I can't do this. If I remember that story correctly, no, that definitely, I don't ever remember beating it, and I imagine that to be the reason why. I was definitely the kid where I'd start playing like Silent Hill 2 or Silent Hill 4, and I would attempt to start the game up, only to eventually hit that brick wall of my own mental capacity and just be like, I can't fucking stomach this. And I'd just be in, like, the very first part of the game. No, I legitimately would just be standing in the very first part of the game, just completely terrified to keep moving forward. I definitely could not do that. Alright, Smithy 5, that's good. One Smithy 5, it's not a lot, but it's something. Haven't played DS1 in years. You want to replay that? DS1 is such a good game. Like, don't get me wrong, like, DS1 has a lot of issues with it. But then again, honestly, like, it is such a gorgeous game. DS1 is where I started. DS1 is where I started, and, it is so much fun. It really is. Alright, we're gonna go back to table real quickly here to do a teensy level up. And I do believe it to be teensy.
Oh, I didn't want me doing much. Just lay out.
I don't need magic grease, or, dragon grease. I'm sorry. There we go. Okay, here's the thing. If I drop off a... Let's do... I'm gonna drop off both weapons right now. That and this. 5, 13. Alright, cool. Main issue is fast travel is mid-game. I think... Here's the thing. This might be copium, right? This might be cope. But, like... I think it made me appreciate fast travel all the more. I think it actually made me appreciate fast travel. Because, like, just having fast travel, and I'm not complaining about games where, like, you have fast travel off rip, like DS2 or DS3 or Elden Ring or anything like that. I'm not complaining about that. But DS1 made me appreciate fast travel like nobody's business, considering the number of times I got stuck down in the catacombs. Or the number of times I was like halfway across the map and I just could not handle anything the way I wanted it to. Okay, cool. Love that. Thanks for Don. I apparently overcommitted there. Understandable. That, to be fair, that is on me. That is on me. Nah, DS1 made me, DS1 unironically did make me, like, really have to appreciate stuff like that. I fucking rolled that properly, but you can lie. There we go. DS3 should get a remake. Okay, unpopular, I'm sure, but DS2 should definitely get that remake a little bit sooner. DS2 should get the remake a little bit sooner. TBH. Okay, well, thanks, Radon. What's funny is it didn't even look like I died there. It just kind of looked like I got slapped. It just kind of looked like I got slapped. Do we have a different grease that I can put on? Well, not... Thanks, Radon. Yeah, I'm so glad he could see me right around the corner like that. Bloodborne needs the remake more. Yes and no. Yes and no. Like, if Bloodborne came back, I would expect a lot more weapons to be tossed in. Hey, Randall. DS2 for you is the most beautiful. It is a really pretty game. It is a really pretty game. Just a second here, folks. Just gotta put Radon in the grave. Rotten butterflies. Beautiful. Love to see it. Radon put in the grave. So far, again, so far, the bosses have been really good. Radon has been the hardest boss we've gone against so far. And honestly, that's fine. That's fine. If we could keep a pace of Radon being the hardest boss, we will be cooking. Alright, we got 1 6. We need 2 more 5s. We need 2 more 5s, and then we're good. And then we're in the realms of 6. And ideally we end up getting the other upgrade materials to essentially just boost through Somber. Bloodborne is your second favorite of the series? Yeah, totally fair. It is a really good game. Unironically, very good game. I think the biggest thing about Bloodborne for me personally, and it's two details. One is I wish there were more variety for build. And two, I wish that the New Game Plus system for the game did not immediately drop you in with like 10 times boss health. That is weird as shit. Admittedly. Other than those two details, I think the game's gorgeous and amazing and a lot of fun. And I really don't think there's a lot wrong about Bloodborne. So. But yeah, admittedly, bosses suddenly becoming like 10 times tankier is kind of weird as shit. I think if I have to really narrow it down, I believe my personal favorite, like, boss, or my personal favorite Soulsborne at this point in time is probably still overall. I want to say it's either still DS1 or Elden Ring has replaced it. Purely because I think, like, Elden Ring is just that expansion of the DS1 experience, in my opinion. But love the last boss. He kicked your ass in Bloodborne. When you say last boss, do you mean the DLC last boss? Or do you mean the base game last boss? Or do you mean the base game extra last boss? Very different last bosses in this case. It's the one game I think of the series I think that did that, if I'm not mistaken. Which also, I really love that shit, actually. I do love multiple last bosses. That was pretty cool. Main game. Was it Gurman or was it Moon Presence? Which one was the hunter, the other was the shit, what are they called? Old ones. Also, we got more freeze grease. That is good news. Okay, that is less good news. Do I have any holy grease? No, I don't. Okay. Alright. Alright, big mini smash. Chug. Okay, did not have that calculated correctly. Thought that was supposed to go to the south. Or thought south was supposed to be safe. Garmin last. Yeah, no, yeah. No, Garmin the first. It was Garmin the first, but either way, point is, Garmin. Hang on. Hammer 13. Okay. I love that for me so much. Thank you, bird. Fucking death rights. Also, yet again, I'm not sure if my splits just feel, like, wildly fucking off. But I feel like my splits feel wildly fucking off. Because apparently my Pissman and Marg split are the exact same. I love this for me so much. I love the fact that I got stuck in a corner like that. Alright, no problem. Take care, Simone. Dude, I love that for me so much. Honestly, the splits kind of feel, like, stupid to me at this point, because the splits just consistently seem to be going all over the place. And I don't know what's going on there exactly. Like, I'm sure I could figure it out. But also at the same time, like, I'm just taking into account, like, I have a timer. Like, honestly. That's about it. Dude, I love it when I get no fucking inertia behind my jump. Dude, I love it when I get no fucking inertia behind my jump. Okay, why is the bird going crazy right now? Dude, good for him. He's going a little crazy. A little brazy with it right now. Fucker bastard. A fucker. A stinky. It's fine, though. It's fine. And Deathbirds are the worst at, without Holy. I mean, yeah, no, they're really bad without Holy, for sure. You can get past them. You can definitely get past them. The biggest thing about them is, like, just respecting the fact that they're kind of BS. But also, you got to take advantage of their crits when you get the crits. Sure. Yeah, another stagger. You know, that would have been highly useful earlier. Thanks, Deathrite. And also, you have to take advantage of the fact that, like, the biggest things about the Deathrites is having a big, hefty strike weapon is always the correct option. It just is. It is always the correct option against them. Indeed, W's. W's all the way. Thank you, Simone. Appreciate it. Alright, in this case, let's just dump strength, I suppose. Because I think we'll get the rest of it later. We did end up getting that fresh freezing grease, which is awesome. And there we go. That is Nile. Okay. Little bit of a pain in the ass, but it's fine. Didn't mean to go for back shots, but sure, whatever. Okay, cool. That's one down. Alright, big back shots. Alright, big back shots. Alright, he's buffing.
Thy part in this shall not be forgiven.
Alright, big back. I'm sorry, big front shots. Beautiful. Didn't mean to get hit there, but hey, it sure did. Beautiful. Do we have a talisman to put in here? I guess I'll put a sack twig in just in case. I don't personally care about the sack twigs right now, but it is slightly safer. Nothing else there to plug in. Nile is a hard bastard. O'Neill is bad too, but Nile's a hard one purely because of that that double sword knight that he has. If it weren't for that fact, he actually would be pretty damn reasonable. If it were two of the shielded knights, I think it'd actually be like incredibly easy. But he's got other shit going on there, and that sword knight does not care for playing around. Yeah. When you have to deal with that sword knight, you're just kind of cooked. Especially assuming you're like being like hyper aggro on that sword knight. and he decides he wants to do his big ultimate like get off me move, yeah, no, you're cooked. Also love that for me. By the by, folks, if you haven't already, I do appreciate it if you do. You're incredibly sexy, and I love you very much. Thank you, thank you. But if you haven't already, do be sure to leave a like on the stream, because it does actually help with my overall engagement, and more. And yeah, either way, thank you. If you have already done that, thank you very much. It means a lot to me. If you haven't, at least consider it. I appreciate it. Otherwise, please don't feel like you're obligated to. I just appreciate it. So. And, like, honestly, like, seriously, I wouldn't bother asking if it didn't matter. Also, by the way, that was actually, like, a pretty good skip. So, we actually got a good skip there. So, like, Dan subbed. Thank you very much, Simone. I appreciate it. Thank you very, very much for that. I do genuinely appreciate it. Alright, let's see here. We got cash to pop. And as far as weapon stands, we actually, like, kind of got away with a lot of weapons this time around. Love that. I love it. Torrent? Baby! I swear it's not supposed to take 3 whistles there. Also, by the way, no, Torrent does not activate on the bridge normally. That is a randomizer exclusive kind of thing. Which... it brings me to my next point. If you've never played the game with a randomizer on, and you have PC, seriously, do that. Because, like, randomizer, unironically, and I will stand by this statement, doing a randomizer of Elden Ring is infinitely better than doing any sort of run you could potentially do out of Night Rain. Like, and that feels a bit extra. But also, like, I don't know, man. There's just something about playing this game with a randomizer on that just feels better, I think. And it's because you don't necessarily feel pressured to beat the game within such a tight constraint that you can kind of soak in the fact that everything is randomized. Things are different. Things are not what you expect them to be. I mean, like, okay, so, like, here, right here, this tree, the last time we played this, we had the massive imp on the other side of the tree. And actually, this'll be on a randomizer I upload a little bit later on here. Okay, thank you. Big crab. This will be something we upload a little bit later on, but, like, it is the funniest shit when you're watching it for the sake of the randomizer. It is painful. It is painful. Literally, the giant, fireball breathing, just launches non-stop meatballs into me. Oh, that is bad. That is Bale. Okay, hopefully he doesn't catch up to me. Hopefully he doesn't. First time you played Night Rain, you just followed your teammates. That's completely fair. Honestly, that's I would normally argue, yeah, that's exactly what you should do when it comes down to it. Yo, what's up, Anthony? How you doing, buddy? It's good seeing ya. Also, please ignore the fact if I sound like I'm taking too long to answer things. It's currently a 9-second delay brought to you by OBS right now, so. The Donkey Kong on screen, nice. Yeah, now we gotta have our boy Donkey on screen. Yeah, between me and Spy, Donkey Donkey was always me, and Spy was always Diddy. So we played through Donkey Kong 1 and 2. And I was Donkey and Dixie, and he was always usually Diddy. So you're chilling. Nice, man. I'm glad to hear it. I'm glad to hear it. What's the timer for? This is a speed run. This is a speed run. America's Soar Seal. Not the one I wanted. If I wanted a Soar Seal. Unfortunately, the wrong Soar Seal to get. Actually, wait. Hook Claw's at plus 13 right now. Do we have... Oh, we're up to a plus 14 right now. Oh, shit. We don't have enough stones. Oh, damn. Shit. Okay, yeah, we actually legitimately don't have enough stones. Okay, get this grace, we have to go back. We have to go back. Like, damn. I think this is the first time actually during these new randomizer settings that we have not had enough to make this happen. So we actually legitimately have to run back because I did not pay attention. The bell bearing will save our buttholes, but like we have to get that bell bearing. I'm a little surprised that saved me, but hey, we will take it. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. You've only done one challenge run, and it was the level 1 only. Honestly, completely fair, Simone, because, like, as far as it stands, like, most people don't usually just say, hey, I'm gonna do all the challenge runs when it comes to Elden Ring. Or really any of the Soulsborns. Like, the reason I started doing them primarily was just because, like, I just love these games so much that I just, like, that's just kind of my sauce, my gig. Okay. Here's the thing. This is not natural. This is not a natural warp pad here. These are randomizer exclusives as well. They basically just make it so you don't have to run through all of the mountaintop of giants. You just have to run through, like, a small smidge bob of them. I love that for me. Love it when that doesn't work. I hope I beat the game really quick. You know, I'm hoping I beat the game really quick too, honestly, Anthony. I would love that for me. Alright, we have to go to table and level up our weapon as much as possible. I need a couple different things here, but let's not worry about everything. Let's just worry about what we need. Alright, we need... I think I'm going to buy 2 of those, even though it's probably a little unnecessary. Buy that, and everything else here is mediocre. Cool, I love that for me. Poison grease arguably could be useful, but we're not going to worry about it. And let's see here, Kale, we already did that. I'm going to buy the 8 here. It's a bit expensive, obviously, but I'm going to buy the 8 just because that would cover later costs. And we're going to real quickly table Lost Grace one more time. Reset the area. Cool. Unequip the hook claws just in case we have to do any sort of finagling. Alright, there we go. Sell off some mediocre stones. And we're going to go and upgrade the hook claws specifically because they should be cheap. Alright, there we go. Plus 18 hook claws. We're going to go ahead and go into the menu. Take this. Drop it. Plus 7.
No matter.
And we're already able to get that up to a plus 9, which is awesome. That's exactly what we want to see. Alright, plus 9. Beautiful. Alright, go ahead and drop this off. And we're going to drop this off. 22 and 22. Beautiful. How's my summer been going? Pretty good overall, honestly, Simone. Pretty good. I think, like, the highlights of my summer are a little different now at this point. I've kind of been getting more and more and more into the overall adult, like, lifestyle, I think, at this point, because, that's just where I am in life, frankly, at this point. But it's been interesting. It's been interesting kind of seeing it all play out. Is that Millennia, or is that a hunter? Okay, alright. That's fine. We actually are completely fine with seeing a hunter. I'm going to grease up for this. You can loop every hunter, by the way, generally speaking. It's a little bit inconsistent, but as long as you generally attack them from the backside, they will always do the shield poke. Okay, fair enough. Of course, naturally, outside of their normal arenas, they get fucky-wucky with it. But you can generally force them to do one thing or another. If you do it right. Oh, right, I forgot we had the stinky dumb talisman that negates death. Kind of. I completely forgot about that thing. It's not a very good talisman, honestly, but, like, hey, it sometimes shows up a purpose. Fire ass hunter, indeed. It sure were. Let's pop a rune arc this time, and might be a bit of a waste, but I'm gonna go ahead and go for one more freeze grease. Big meaty schmackums. Beautiful. Okay, beautiful. Beautiful. That timed out well. Okay, cool. Alright, next stage. Okay, alright, a little rough. Little rough. You know what I love about this in particular is not a lot. Not a lot, actually. Mainly because just weird slopey bullshit for Mesmer is not good for me. All right. Well, Fire Giant. I mean, here's the thing: the tag or the split being called Odihora is not that way for no reason. That's normal enough. This is Fire. This is Fire Giant. Unironically, this very much so is Fire Giant. Because you end up in a very awkward position very consistently here. I should not have gone for the double hit. That was dumb. Alright, big meaty hits. Alright, that's gonna be a... Never mind, not an explosion, apparently. Wow, okay, that melted my butthole. But, not in the way I expected. Wasn't expecting that. Sure, whatever. Mesmer is the hardest DLC boss for you? He's definitely hard, but I don't think he's the hardest. But I think he's the most fun overall. I would give him, like, most fun. Okay, we're starting off 4. Oh, okay. Alright, well, we're getting cooked. Understandable. Yeah, this is rough. This is a little bit rough. Okay. Are claws arguably better for this? They might be. Claws might arguably be better for this. We don't have another talisman that's arguably worth it here. I'm gonna put Hook Claws back in place. The fucking gate. We're gonna try Hook Claws here and see what happens. Okay. Surely better. Surely better. Claws are fast as hell. No, they are definitely fast as hell. They do a lot. They do a lot of quick work. Alright, good. Got him back into the cycle. I'll say, you seem to be timing out pretty well. Yeah, no, that was some sauce right there. You know what's funny? I did roll there. The game just kind of said, no, you didn't, apparently. Okay. Alright. Mesmer's mesmering. And to be fair, I'm not quite keeping up. But, the claws were definitely doing some sauce there. So, you know what? I think the claws are taking the cake on this one. Let me see if I can upgrade any of my armor, since I'm not, there we go. Slightly heavier armor overall, slightly tankier. Hopefully that's some good stuff. Okay, beautiful. Big meaty stabbers. First phase is easy enough, honestly. It really is. Explosion? Yeah, I was gonna say. Okay. Oh, yeah, you know, I really shouldn't be surprised there. Of course, the landscape being so, like, goofy is not helping the fight at all. Okay, thank you, Mesmer. Fucking two shots me anyways. To be fair, I shouldn't be surprised. He does not work very well outside of his arena. Please, can we get a successful run here? Where we just melt the shit out of... Okay, so we can wield hammer if we want to. Not that I exactly want to, but we can. Which, I mean, like, staggerinos are nice. Just destroy the fire giant with bleed. Nice. As it should be. He should be destroyed. Explosion. Alright, beautiful. Okay, fucking... What did he do there? Did he just nut on me? I guess brother just thought of his mother too hard. That was a mistake. Doop, 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 doop. There we go. Okay, alright. We're up the rock. Yep, 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 yep. Okay, alright, we're on our way. Yeah, a little disappointing. Little disappointing. It is what it is, but it is what it is. I'm trying not to be as... I got a little too pissed about it, for a little bit, but... Getting food? Nice. Alright, big meaty stabbers. Big meaty stabbers. And big meaty stabbers. Hit 'em. You know what's funny is I did actually dodge that. The game just kind of said, no you didn't, apparently. Dude, I love that for me so much. Okay, well that's just GG's. That's just death. Alright, fine. Like, it's close enough. It's just bad fucking streaks, man. Bad streaks. Okay, so apparently the bell-bearing hunter is just saying, nah, I don't wanna go into a loop again. Back in the loop, buddy. Welcome back. Alright, chug. Beautiful. We're on our way. Love that for me. Love that for me. Oh, thank you, Mesmer. Thank you, buddy. I'm gonna try, I think, to go back to the hammer for consistency. Mainly just because I think consistently I usually get staggers from doing this, whereas I don't feel like I get as many staggers from the hook claws. Which, the hook claws have been kicking ass. Undeniably. But I would like some staggerinos. Okay, cool. Thank you. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. Consistency would be a crazy concept, wouldn't it? Ugh. I almost wonder if I could find a bait for Mesmer off of a cliff. Just because, like, I do feel like that would arguably be faster. A grand scheme of things. It would probably be faster. We don't have any extra grease after this point, so what we have is what we have. Okay. Alright. Okay, beautiful. Mesmer moveset, you never learned it. He's not that bad, grand scheme of things. It's just a matter of, like, learning that moveset. But also, like, he's fair enough to where you don't have to learn it. Like, fully realistically, you don't have to learn the moveset to like, be able to get him. It's just problematic of, like, we're technically, like, mid-game right now, and he's more so difficult because sorry, I'm trying to focus on the big snake. Cool. Awesome. Thanks, Mesmer. Normally uses shield. Definitely fair. I might just need to focus for a minute here. That might be my issue here. That might just be my issue here. That might be it. All right. Beautiful. Backstab. Explosion. Okay. weird how that didn't line up the way that I thought it would. But also, like, yeah, that's fitting. Sure, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. That actually makes perfect sense. Now I'm thinking about it. Yeah, no, yeah, all ends up. Oh, okay, all right, Mesmer, baby, I got bad news for you. You know, admittedly, I'm not sure, but like maybe we do start just doing runs in the future here with the background music specifically chosen. Maybe we do. Maybe we do. I've been enjoying what I've been doing with the music lately, but not on every run. I don't know. Like it is nice having like that variety. Today we decided to just do like in-game music, but we have been doing a lot of outside of like video game music and whatnot, just for the sake of like making the runs more entertaining overall. I think, at least. Wait, what the fuck? Why did it feel like Bell-Bearing Hunter kind of got up a lot faster than he should have there? What the fuck happened there? Fucking stupid goddamn snake. Oh, it's so much easier when you get slope memed. The mini snakes are annoying to dodge. Yeah. Little bit. It's really, in this case, it's not that it's that bad. It's really bad outside of its own arena. Or at least, like, a flat-based arena. Because, like, the minute you have to deal with it in a arena that's not... You know what? I know I'm swapping back and forth. I'm going to go back to hook claws, because hook claws are arguably faster. For at least the hunter. Okay, so we're just goofing now. Hunter's just deciding he doesn't want to do the loop. But yeah, we're just gonna try hook claws one more time and see what happens. They might just be the better weapon anyways. Dude, I love that for me. Oh my god, dude. It's so... It'd be a lot easier if the slope memes weren't so slope memed, but there's really not a lot you can do about that. There's not a lot you can do about it. Hook claws are better, you think? Yeah, it is feeling right now, I think, like the hook claws are better. The stagger would be infinite. Like, it would be, like, incredibly useful, but we're not getting it one way or another. So... It is definitely cooking a lot harder. I'm gonna go for the backstab here. You know, it's kind of dumb. Yeah, no, exactly. It is, in fact, kind of dumb. Okay, beautiful. Yeah, okay, alright, thanks, bud. There he is. Mesmer. Alright, look. That god damn it. Let's give it a handful more tries. But I think where we are right now in the run, I think where we are right now in the run, we're probably going to go ahead and call it soon-ish. Because at this point, we are officially well about to run into our brick wall. Mesmer has completely fucked the run at this raid. Unfortunately. Which, again, kind of goes to show it's not about what your build is, it's about who you're fighting during these runs. If we got another Fire Hunter, we would probably be cooking pretty hard. But not so much. Unfortunately, I wish I could dedicate more time to running and whatnot. But I just don't quite have enough time on my hands to be doing stuff like that. Not really, at least right now. Thanks, Mesmer. I'm really glad all your attacks could. Yeah, you know what? Why don't we go ahead and call that? Sorry, folks. It's a dead run. It's a dead run at this point. Man, fucking Mesmer. I don't know. If anything, you know what we're probably going to do here is I'm probably going to keep this guy alive, because what I want to do is I want to practice Mesmer on slopes. So we're going to keep the Mythic Max alive, and I'm going to practice that in my off time. But either way, unfortunately, we're kind of running out of time overall. And it's not just for the like speedrun purposes, but like just in general, we're running out of time. But thank you very much, folks, for joining me tonight. I hope you've had a good time. I hope you've had a great time. And as far as I can tell you, I'm not sure what we're doing tomorrow just yet here. Actually, wait, never mind. Tomorrow is not going to be a stream day, unfortunatamente. What we might end up doing tomorrow is I might end up uploading another part of the Kingdom Hearts 2 playthrough we've been doing. But we will not probably be doing a stream tomorrow. We will probably be streaming in this case, I guess, on Thursday, more than likely. Aw. Thanks, Simone. I appreciate it. I'm glad you had a good time. I really am. No, yeah, really. Thanks, folks, for joining me tonight. I really do appreciate it. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your nights. I hope you take good care of yourselves. Get some food, some water, some sleep, whatever your time frame of the world is. Just take good care of yourselves. And I will see you all later. Thank you so much for stopping in. And I suppose I will see you all on probably Thursday. So. Good night, Simone. Take care.